Welcome back to another edition of Vikings Film Room, brought to you by the Vikings Entertainment Network. I'm your host, Pete Bercich. Now, the Minnesota Vikings just wrapped up their tour of the NFC, going 3-0 in the division and 4-1 overall. Now we head to the AFC East, and our first opponent, the Miami Dolphins. Now, these Dolphins are nicked up, but they still have a very good football team. Let's take a look at the film and see what the Vikings are going to be up against Sunday. Now, when you see the box score of the Jets-Dolphins game, the first thing I wondered is, how did the Jets get 40 points on the board, right? And it's just an amazing thing that they could put up that many points. Well, this is kind of how they went about doing it. Remember, two divisional opponents, they know each other well. They know the Miami Dolphins like to blitz and they like to play man-to-man. This is a beautiful play that defeats all of that. You'll see the fullback in the backfield. They run the fake up here, and look, you have three Miami defenders. One of these guys has, well, the fullback out of the backfield man-to-man, but nobody decides to cover him. And look at the ground that he covers. Had this receiver in man-to-man ran that corner off the other side of the field, so a little bit of a trick play, a little disguise, helps out an offense. I think the next thing you'll notice about the Miami Dolphins is they're very solid up front. They've got a number of good defensive linemen, and what they do well, if they know you're going to pass, is running stunts. In this case, Zach Sealer, Melvin Ingram, remember Melvin Ingram, he's been around for a long time. They run basically what they call a TE stunt. This is a beautiful way of doing it. And basically what it means is you're going to take one defensive lineman, get him upfield, and have the other guy loop underneath. And this play totally works against the New York Jets, right? You have the two guys coming inside. Sealer gets past, beats the center and the guard. Usually it's the looper that comes free, but Sealer's so quick off the ball, he gets right to the quarterback. Now, the rest of this defensive front, there are two other guys. Landon Roberts, a very, very good down-the-hill linebacker. It's this guy, Christian Wilkins. He's a guy that can ruin you in a hurry, and he's a guy that's going to keep you up at night. Watch the strength of Wilkins on these plays, and you're going to see Landon Roberts. This is a 3rd and short. Wilkins is being double-teamed here. He keeps his nose in there, splits the double team, so he defeats the double team and stops the running back on a 3rd and short. He's a very, very strong guy in the middle of that defense. Okay, another example of Wilkins and his strength. You see him lined up here as a 3 technique. So they move him around. He plays kind of everywhere, and they do that to isolate him on whatever offensive lineman they want to get him against. But in this case, you're going to see right there, there's the double team. Once again, double team here, double team here. They have a tight end bending back, but you see this space and the vision right here. He's able to hold off these two linemen, not get collapsed, and then come off that double team, get underneath and make the tackle. If he doesn't make this tackle, that running back is one-on-one with the safety back here in space. So he basically saves this play. All right, we all know about the quarterback issues that the Miami Dolphins are having, but none of that matters if you don't stop this guy, Raheem Mostert. And we remember him when he was with the San Francisco 49ers. Still keeps you up at night. Now, watch Mostert on this play, but watch Davis up front, their right guard. Their offensive linemen, they're pretty strong. They like the double team. They can move guys. This is a perfect example of exactly that. Because you see Davis works down on the double team, lets that center get up, and then now he gets up to the 2nd level. So he helps the center cut that nose tackle off. Davis is up to the 2nd level and the linebacker, and this is all Mostert with his elite speed needs to get to that 2nd level. So you got to be gap sound, running through the arm tackles, getting into the secondary. Mostert just needs a little seam to get through and get to your 2nd level. All right, another thing that you're going to see out of this offense are the wide receivers and the people on the outside doing the dirty work to get Mostert up to the 2nd level. You'll see in this case, they motion over a tight end. Watch the safety come down. They've got all the guys in the box that they need. But watch this wide receiver coming from the outside, gets himself in here. He's going to get a piece of him. This tight end is going to wall out, and then they just push everybody else past the play. This is called riding the wave. Riding the wave right here. There's that block, ride the wave, get up in there, and that's 10 yards to the good. That's an amazing zone run. Now up here in Minnesota, we've been spoiled by the jump cut with Dalvin Cook. Well, Raheem Mostert, he's every bit as good. Now watch this play. This is what scares defensive coordinators because they have people there to make the play, yet they don't do it. They have him dead to rights on this play. You watch, Mostert gets the handoff. Defensive lineman right there, jump cut number 1, jump cut number 2, and look at him go. You have to take perfect angles. You can't break down against this guy. He's too good. The other thing the Dolphins will do is if they get the right look, they're going to let Mostert get the football no matter what. And they have it built into their offense. And you're going to see a perfect example of this right here. If the wide receiver shifts to the other side, the linebacker moves. They don't see the adjustment they want to see. So you see the quarterback. He's giving it the old, here we go, check, check, check. He acknowledged it, but watch this play. And it's the little things. This is why I love film. It's the little things that matter. Watch Mostert on the snap of this football and what it does to this linebacker. He walks over. As soon as this ball snapped, he's going to take a step to his left, and it pulls that linebacker in, sets up that block beautifully with the tackle. You've got a block on the outside. This team loves the block, and they love the block on the outside, so our corners and safeties got to be ready. So if you're good enough to stop Mostert, you got to worry about this guy, Tyreek Hill, as well. Now, with the quarterback issues and everything they had, this is his first game under 100 yards, I believe. All season, he only had 47 yards, but he's still extremely dangerous. Watch him on this play. This is kind of a nothing play, right? Tyreek Hill up on top, but he's so smart. He learned this in Kansas City. He knows how to settle in a zone, right? The 4 defenders around him, they kind of have that square look. He settles exactly where he needs to be. The quarterback is able to get him the ball, but this is the best part coming up. He catches this football. Look at this. They have 4 defenders right on him. He catches this ball at the 29-yard line, and lickety-split, he plants that foot, gets north and south, gains another 5. Now, that's just 5 yards, but if you don't hem this guy up, he's going to take that one to the house. Now, another reason why I love watching divisional opponents play is that they know each other real well. And the Jets had a plan to slow down Tyreek Hill. You see, they're showing blitz, single high safety, got everybody up on the line of scrimmage. But watch this linebacker right here in the middle of the field. He looks like he's getting ready to go up, blitz one of these A-gaps, but watch what happens after the snap. He steps up and he immediately looks outside. And the first thing is he lets this tight end go, right? We don't cover decoys, right? We're just gonna let this tight end go. He's looking for who else but Tyreek Hill. And watch him. He works underneath. He's not even looking at the quarterback. He's got his back to the quarterback. He's shielding Tyreek Hill, who in this case is bracketed. The quarterback back in the pocket has nowhere to go with this football. So what ends up happening? The blitz gets there and they bring him to the ground. You have to have a plan to stop Tyreek Hill. So no matter who the Miami Dolphins are able to get on the field on Sunday, you've got to stop Raheem Mostert. If you don't do that, it's going to be a long day no matter what. Once you figure him out, Tyreek Hill's the next man. But if we keep running that football, they're strong up front on defense, I think Dalvin Cook could have a tremendous day. Let's go and Skol.